Hello, Matthias. It's really nice to see you here today. My first question is about the event, this magnificent event here today. What are your thoughts about Binance Blockchain Week in Istanbul and the community here?
Hello, Berkay. Thank you so much for interviewing me. I'm very honored to be here with CoinDesk at this beautiful, magnificent, as
Exactly.
you said, Binance event. Well, my thoughts are that it's great. I've been here only 2 hours so far, but I've met already till coming up here about 10 people. There's some very, very good people here, really of value, and that's what I love about this type of events, because they have a little bit of a selection when people sign up, and they can just all meet together and share knowledge, share wisdom, share value, and I think that's what it's all about in this Web3 industry. We are all building, and there are a lot of builders here.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. So let's talk about a bit Bonuz.
Okay.
Can you inform us about Bonuz? As far as I know, that it works as a kind of a Web3 social media with offering real-life use cases. What is Bonuz's vision and how is it work?
Sure. So Bonus, it's a real-world gamification ecosystem. But to simplify it down, it's a social smart wallet. So at the end of the day, it's a non-custodial, decentralized wallet in which we added account abstraction, ERC4337. So users, they get really an insane good user experience. So they basically don't have gas fees. So everything just works. If there is nothing mentioned from blockchain or crypto or NFT, the user, he would not feel that he's actually using a Web3 product, because we made it very Web2. And I feel that's very important to onboard millions of people.
Sure.
But also the login, it's very important. So we use like Web3 out currently. There is also some others, but this is also so the user can store his private key with his Gmail, for example, or with his Apple ID, which gives them a much more easier experience. So why the wallet is so important? Because it's the base fundament, the base layer of what we want to add on top of it. Because the most wallets, or a lot of them, they focus on DeFi use cases, on staking, and on those type of things. But in blockchain and crypto, it's much more than financial engineering and DeFi.
Exactly.
It's also about real use cases, real life use cases. So we use proof of attendance with geofencing. We use proof of participations, token gating, and this is very, very important, the token gating, because this can allow users to get an experience with some token or NFT which they have. So at the end of the day, we are able to give old Web3 projects use cases based on their token or their NFTs, even if they didn't have any use cases, if we partner with them. We don't try to compete with anybody, we try to complete everybody and complement them, their projects, which is good for old projects and for their communities, because we are, at the end of the day, a community tool.
Yes.
And through the real-world gamification, we put like quests, which are very easy, where users check in into different events. Of course, there's an admin panel for our partners where they can set it up, very similar to Eventbrite or Luma or Meetup.com, but we just have some more functionalities, and we really make it simple. We believe that nowadays in communities there are so many users, and true communities are places where users add more value in than they actually take out. But what I witnessed over the last few years, specifically in Web3 events, that a lot of users come for free. They meet people, they connect nice, they drink drinks for free, they eat for free, they even use the bathroom for free. Of course, that's normal. But then they don't follow the organizer.
Yeah.
I think that's not nice, and we cannot believe the users anymore that they do it or not. We need to verify. We cannot trust, we need to verify. And that's why in Bonus, we built a social element, which is a decentralized social ID. It's a little bit like Lens protocol,
Yeah.
but on steroids, plus it's completely on-chain. where the user is able to link all his social media handles, Facebook, X, Pinterest, TikTok, Snapchat, LinkedIn, VK, call them all, and then they validate that it belongs to them. So now this connects with their wallet because it is on the wallet, it's on chain. And now when they go to those events or to restaurants, they can get a different tier of quests. For example, if someone goes to a restaurant and he has 5 million plus followers and it's a very luxury restaurant, there could be a quest, call the manager. The manager comes and tell the manager that you want to do the kitchen quest.
Okay.
And the kitchen quest is that the manager takes the influencer or the person with the 10 million plus followers to the chef in the kitchen, and the chef makes some big fire show, all this, like Nusret style, but some epic show in the kitchen. And because the influencer making the story, he validated his proof of actions during the event of participation. He will immediately get a voucher NFT, which is dynamic, which is redeemable. So it's like a bottle of water. First it's full, then it's empty, and it cannot be used. But his voucher in this case could be perhaps 100% free dinner, or $2,000-3,000 free dinner, because at the end the KOL or the influencer also has to pay. But if he's able to add a small value and get the bill for free, of course he will do it. And because of his value, maybe there will be 10 to 50 new customers, and it adds some branding value to the venue, which can give more trust, and it's more real. So it's like bartering. We don't want money to be the primary incentive, because I personally feel that money corrupts people a lot, and we've seen this a lot in community building and those engagement platforms where people get free tokens, free NFTs, token drop hunters, bounty hunters. That it's actually the community. Their purpose is just to get the benefit, but not to actually be a part of the projects. Often they don't even understand what the project is about. So even in this scenario now, in our token gating feature, there's an event, we can give people even a quiz, and if they answer it right, only then they receive the reward. And the reward can be merchandise, it can be a t-shirt. Imagine like in CoinDesk, in the, what's the name? Consensus, right?
Consensus, right.
Imagine in Consensus, every user who comes in, that he actually records 1-2 panels, that he actually talks about something as his story. He will add even more value to the event itself, but he will also show to Consensus, which is sometimes sold out, that he's a better valued user to come, and that he's actually a part of the true community of the builders, not somebody to come to sell his marketing services or sell real estate, cross industry promotion because they are rich people, because it's blockchain. So this will only improve the ecosystem, and I think our combination of technologies, it's like a perfect mixed soup with the right ingredients. And it's built, it's verified on iOS, on Android. We can go out any day. We just make some final preparation with the go-to-market strategy, with the right partners, and then rock and roll. We hope to be in the top 100. That's our target. And we are more slow than other projects. We've been building for 2 years, but better slow and sure than fast and you crash. I am not, and
We see many
reputation for me, it's one of the most important things, and it's nothing you can buy. It takes years to build it up. And as my role in the Dubai Blockchain Center in Dubai, I also have to make sure that everything is perfect. It's very important. So I'm better slow and sure than fast and chaotic.
Yeah, that's for sure. Thanks for your answer. Next question is about Turkish market, more local question. Is there any specific improvements that you are planning to Turkish market here or this region? What is your growth strategy?
Well, Turkish market, it's very, very important market for the entire Web3 and crypto industry. Thank you that you actually asked this question, because as we all know, the Turkish currency, it's very negatively impacted through some inflations.
Yeah.
And that's why cryptocurrencies and blockchain and everything, it's very strong here, and people really believe in it. So of course, it's a part of our strategy since our wallet is decentralized and since we are non-custodial, people really can own their assets. But a bigger use case in Turkey I see when there is some concerts happening, some big community events, even a company which was selling bus trips, like the bus company, could use Bonus and give people who use the bus some engagement tasks or that they write a review. So perhaps more tourists will actually use buses or the train. And then they get like a discount of 10% of the yearly fee, because not every human has a high salary and the way to, not the option to save money, but this way users can add value to their brands which they use and save money. It's just a fair exchange, and I think Turkey it's perfect because people are already few steps ahead than a lot of other countries in the world. And they use even complicated products like Trust Wallet, MetaMask. Therefore, because they use these wallets, they are simply more ahead. I love Turkish people.
Thanks.
I grew up with Turkish people. I grew up with Turkish people in Germany.
Yeah, there's a lot of Turkish people.
At some time I was addicted to doner kebab, Instead protein powder after gym, I eat 1-2 doners per day. But in Germany we had a very bad food education, so this was 20 years ago.
It's still really good to hear that.
Yeah, thanks.
And last question.
Sure.
What are your expectations for 2024?
My expectation is that obviously the halving of Bitcoin is happening, and I think we will have a crazy bull market. I'm not sure if it's going to be the last bull market, but it will be surely a very good time, and it's good to learn now, to get educated now as much as possible in this space. I think it's extremely important to understand the fundamentals of Bitcoin itself, because when you understand the fundamentals of Bitcoin and Satoshi's vision about decentralization and how a blockchain works, users can easily understand which project is actually more legit and which doesn't make sense. It's more like Ponzi-nomics, stakings, very nice numbers, but not really scalable as soon the hype ends. And I feel that this is very important, and my highlight is that the new people should educate themselves and should join the space in the right way so they don't get hurt.
So, thanks for your answers and for your time, Matthias. It's really nice to talk to you.
Thank you, Berkay.
Thanks.
Thanks, CoinDesk.